I haven't been going on Twitter that much recently. I've been a good Christian boy abiding the Ten Commandments. However, today I had a bit of a relapse. It was a sinful afternoon for me. I fell off the wagon, and I got caught with my cock in hand and perusing the drama that was going on today on Twitter. I stuck my hand in the cookie jar, and instead of cookies, I got shit. Now, the first topic I've seen everyone discussing is the Matthew Stafford situation. Matthew Stafford being the Super Bowl winning quarterback for the Rams. At a celebration yesterday, a photographer lost her footing and fell off a stage right in front of him, and she fractured her spine. And the video of the incident hit Twitter, and people were really upset with how Stafford handled it. Or, he didn't really handle it, and that's what people took issue with. He didn't do anything. They were upset with his reaction to all of it, or lack thereof. I'll show you the clip, and there's nothing graphic there, so don't worry about that. This isn't going to be like a scene out of the new Halloween movie where even just stumbling off your bed led to people just like fucking exploding in gore, like fingers and, spines being ripped out of their body, Mortal Kombat style. It's nothing like that. Yeah, two drastically different responses here from his wife and him. His response is to turn around and drink some water. Hers was the more normal human reaction of shock and seeing if the person is all right. And people went wild after this video hit the online cyberspace. It got wild. It got a bit goofy, and dare I say it, it even got slightly wacky. People were doing their best to defend Stafford here by saying, what's he supposed to do? He's not a medical professional. You can't expect him to jump off the stage and help the woman or anything like that. Then they keep bringing up, you can't touch an injured person or else they can sue you. You're liable for their injuries at that point, so it's best just to avoid the situation and walk away altogether. And just a lot of arguments in bad faith. Another one I kept seeing pop up is, you can't touch a woman or else you're going to go to jail for sexual assault. Stafford did the safest thing here. It's like, what the fuck are you talking about? No one was saying they expected Stafford to dive off stage and miraculously heal this woman, like a fucking glistening beam from the heaven as the Lord blesses Matthew Stafford with not only incredible quarterback abilities, but also the fucking healing jutsu to fix her spine. They didn't expect him to start giving her mouth to mouth, put her spine back the way it's supposed to be, and then, send her on her way. No one expected that. But the normal human reaction is to at least check if the person is okay. Immediately upon her falling, he just walked away. And this stage is massive. I don't know why the fuck the stage is this high. This is like fucking 20 feet in the air. It's like the scene in 300 where the guy gets kicked into the pit. This is Sparta style. This shit is higher than the cliff in The Lion King when Simba gets held up in front of the entire community. It is fucking wild how high in the air this shit is. So obviously with someone falling off there, you'd be a little scared for their health, right? Which is exactly what his wife did. His wife was like, whoa, and then just went over and checked on him. You didn't see his wife climb off stage and start administering medical aid to her or anything, but she at least had the courtesy to go at least see if she was okay, which is just what most people would have expected Stafford or anyone in this situation to do. And I've seen a ton of copium from people making up their own fanfics like, oh, actually what happened is Stafford immediately charged the experts in order to alert them to the situation, which is why he turned around because he was going to get professional help, get the experts out there to get her the optimal care as quickly as possible. Or actually he told his wife to go handle it, which you can see in the clip he doesn't. It's not like he says anything to his wife beyond like, whoa, or holy shit, oh my god. He doesn't like tell his wife anything. His wife just also happened to see it unfold, and then he starts chugging water as if nothing's happening. It's not like you can see him really go get help or do anything besides just leave. His wife immediately goes over there without ever communicating with Stafford. It's not like he gave her some kind of SEAL Team 6 sign language that lets her know that it's time to go over there and help. He just leaves. If no one else saw this happen besides Stafford, do you think he still would have turned around and ignored it and just let the woman lie there with a fractured spine in agony? I wonder. I have no idea. I think maybe he just thought everyone saw it, so he's like, there's nothing I need to do. I'll just go ahead and do something else. Or maybe all of the years spent on the Lions truly did turn him into a jaded man. He was condemned to that godforsaken Lions squad, forced to never be actually Super Bowl viable, and maybe it just got to him. Now he just has nothing but resentment for the rest of the human race and doesn't care when someone gets injured in front of him. I mean, I really do think probably he just assumed everyone else saw it, so he didn't need to act, would be my guess. But even still, just having the courtesy of at least checking on someone that might be injured is what most people expect, which is why everyone was upset about it. It's not that deep. No one was expecting anything beyond that. They weren't expecting to be some kind of superhero miracle worker or this benevolent deity that can somehow do spinal surgery on the fly or anything. They just expected him to care a little bit, or at least look like it. And at the very least, the Rams and Stafford, by extension, will be paying for all of that woman's medical bills and covering that, as well as, I believe, reimbursing her for the broken cameras that she experienced from the fall. So that is very nice of them to reach out and do that. So I think most people can appreciate it. But the whole controversy is just Matthew Stafford didn't seem to care at all. No one expected anything beyond what his wife did, which was just going over and seeing if everything was okay. I don't know why so many people have been cosplaying as Stafford's PR manager. They're literally just working for him for free, just sucking his dick online by trying to argue against points that no one's making against him. Again, no one was saying Matthew Stafford needed to somehow reach out and stop her from falling, or when she did fall, give his life for hers and save her spine somehow. All people expected was just like a little more caring of a reaction besides turning away and walking away drinking water. That's it. That's all people are saying is like, hey, it's a pretty weird reaction to a potential, like that could have been a fatal fall. That was an extremely long fall, straight down, and it just didn't seem like he gave a fuck at all, which is why people were upset about it. And that it doesn't go deeper than that, so I don't know why people keep making up these arguments to things that were never discussed in the first place. Now, this next drama topic is one that really hits close to home for me. This one's a real whopper. A professional gamer and esports athlete named Tanu Kana made statements saying that men under 170 centimeters don't have human rights, and she was released from her organization, Cyclops Athlete Gaming. And they had a lot of huge sponsors. She had a lot of huge sponsors, all of which she now no longer has access to. And a lot of it's credited to this statement where she's saying short men don't deserve human rights. Now, as a short man standing at 5'6", when I first read this, I was outraged. I grabbed my step stool and climbed up to reach the pitchfork on top of my toolbox, and I was ready to hit the streets and riot. I was very upset. But then I read a bit more on it, and then she said short men should just get leg lengthening surgery to be taller so that way they stop being short, and I was like, fuck, genius! It's a galaxy brain solution! Finally! I didn't even consider that. Now, a lot of people have pointed out that she was probably trying to make a joke, and I agree it sounds like she was going for a joke, and it just didn't land. And keep in mind, she is a Japanese esports athlete, so there is some things that just don't properly translate. However, after this article got posted, a lot of people, Japanese fans, actually made posts talking about her controversial statements in the past that extend far beyond just this short man don't deserve rights thing. And it's pretty fucked up if it's true. Of course, I don't speak the language, so I can't confirm any of these things, but it's been going all around Twitter that it's not just this statement about short men, but a history of really hateful opinions that she has about a lot of different things and people. After being dropped from her organization, she's lost all of her sponsors, obviously, and she has issued a statement saying that she wasn't trying to be hateful. However, if all of these allegations are true, there's clearly a track record of harboring like pretty fucked up opinions that don't really seem like they're supposed to be jokes. And admittedly, short men don't deserve rights. They should just get leg lengthening surgery. Doesn't sound like a great joke in the first place. It's just kind of fucking weird. Like, imagine if a professional League of Legends player, or even just like a professional athlete in general, goes on stream or during a conference, like an after game report, and just says some shit like, yeah, women with small titties just aren't even real humans to me. I think they should all get boob jobs in order to get fatter fucking milkers that I can honk and squeeze on. Otherwise, if those boobies are too small, they just don't even deserve to be able to have rights. Most people would be like, huh, kind of fucking weird. That's kind of a weird little joke you're trying to make. And that's the impression I get here, but I do think there is a chance that since there is a language barrier, things may have just not been translated properly. But anyway, this was another massive drama topic today that I was really reading a lot about, so I just wanted to talk about these two things since I did relapse and go on a Twitter binge. That's about it. See ya.